Sorry about that. All right. What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe. Look like I'm having to squeeze into a box doing like this. Let me see if I can set this up on something here. Maybe just set it on top of this box. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Okay. All right. So, like I say, just kind of starting with the proofs. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I'm trying to say really. Like I said, I got two different rough drafts. Two different. One that was proofed by my mom, and then the other was proofed by Christina. So yeah, I got to go through them, and then like I say, then got to draw. I'm gonna sketch out uh, some pictures for the book. Just not a whole lot, just a few pictures, mostly for the covers and maybe like a few on the inside of the book. Um, and of course, then I'll send it off to Big Sis Casey to color since I don't have the Photoshop. So yeah, kind of double team on that. So yeah, that way, hopefully by mid October we can have this out for you. You can be you can get order some copies of it and be reading it. Say just in time for Halloween with your costume superheroes. So yeah, long and don't forget those other books too. We got one and two still available. So yeah, don't forget to get y'all those to catch us if you hadn't got it already. Make sure you get those before I finish this. Yep, and then after that, won't be another Yumiko book until next year. I won't start right. Not probably. I would assume no later than spring of next year. Could be before then. All depends on how I feel and what's going on. But no later than the spring. I should at least start writing the fourth book. Because I definitely do plan to work a little bit on some fan fictions. May possibly even get a copy of one of the fanfics out. One in particular would be the Superman and Supergirl one because Superman coming out next year. That would kind of make sense to do something Superman related. So, yep. But anyway, let's get to Star Striker. Yeah. So that's that's the superhero we're focused on. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So saying now I'm gonna be stopping along the way to put in corrections, so I'll make sure they're in here. So yeah, just letting yeah know. Gonna, gonna do a little gonna make this a little more. Not saying that this is fun, but for since I'm reading through the rough draft and trying to edit, um, sort of like the way when I did my Yumiko audio readings for the first book, and I will be doing it for the second book and then this one once I finish this. So it will be some more audio readings coming where you can hear me do like the character's actual voice. Um, so some of them I might possibly do some character voices. Never know. Uh, but I'm also going to try to just kind of do some voices at random there. Now they may possibly make it into the audio reading. Some of the voices that I do here, but like I say, that way kind of spice it up a little bit, just or put some icing on the cake. We love pound cake, but we really love it when it has some icing on it. Don't get me started with chocolate. That'd be funny if when I say chocolate, all of a sudden somebody tackles me for it, like Mr. Krabs for that pity. Hey ya! Bam! Okay, so chapter one. One night in downtown Shreveport, on the rooftop of the Shreveport Convention Center, stood a boy dressed like a superhero. He had on a white sleeveless t shirt with a golden yellow star on it, blue sweatpants, white tennis shoes with white stars on them, black gloves, and black mask. I like the black more, with occasional dark gray. Anyway,
a golden yellow headband with blue stars on it, and a light blue cape. Yeah, that's what you're about that. He looked out at the city, brooding, like he had seen other superheroes do in the comic books he had read, like mine, because I'm Batman. And I like to brood, that makes it look cool. The wind blowing against his hair and his cape, like it does against mine. He was very serious in deep thought of the type of superhero he wanted to be and what other people would think of him. And after that, he began to monologue himself to himself and said, "Oh, this is my favorite part here. I am not your ordinary kid. Here in Shreveport, born and raised, I patrol the streets day and night to keep them safe." That's kind of cool. I'm Batman. Well, okay, technically I'm Star Striker here, but I'm Batman reading a Star Striker. For the moment, well, a few moments later, three cooks. Okay, there's a comma there. Let's see if I got it there. Oh snap! I misspelled ski over here. It's got an I. Okay. Okay, put a space there. Okay, a few moments later, ski. Three. Oh wait. No, that's not supposed to go there either. Hang on a second. Okay, so I put ski too many times. Yeah, I kind of overdid it with the ski. So it's a few moments later, three crooks. Where is no crooks, not cooks. Okay, so we got that part right. A few moments later, three crooks wearing a ski mask entered the all-time Discovery Center. Their names were House, Monty, and Gee. That's some unusual names. But again, who am I to talk? As they started, as they stared in marvel of all the various machines, they had no idea that the boy was watching them. "Check it out, fellas," said House. "There's a big score tonight. I don't know what plan for. Oh, I don't know what the plan for all this is, but I sure hope it's good." "Yeah, Tricky. Perhaps we'll be selling it somewhere for some $80. Yeah, it's a good thing that the boss wants to shut off dead arms and provide us the keys. Said Monty, no one's ever gonna catch us now." Okay, I'm not really doing so well with the Three Stooges. But there's a couple of errors right here. Let's see. It was a big score tonight. Check out, fellas. Okay, it's where Keith said. Apparently, House didn't mess up, but Keith. Oh wait, no, Keith didn't mess up either. It's Monty. It's a good thing that the boss. The good thing the boss. No, that don't make no sense. It's a good thing that the boss. Okay, was to shut off the alarm. Was shut. Was to shut off. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good. All right. The boy thought to himself, "That's what they think." And on that note, he threw some smoke screen bombs, causing a lot of smoke to be released that blinded the crooks. Then the boy quickly took out his retractable bow staff and knocked the crooks to the ground. The boy raced toward the exit and said, "Hey, you knuckleheads, I bet you can't catch me. I'm not, I'm, I'm Star Striker, not the gingerbread man." Hey, that's kind of funny. Joker's not the only one that makes jokes. I'm Batman. Okay, so anyway, House managed to.
Hey, wait a second. Batman was supposed to take turns reading this rough draft.
Oh, fine. I was having a lot of fun.
Okay. So let's see. Do Green Lantern. Trying to do the most distinct voices. Oh yeah, Superman, of course. So House managed so House managed to spot the boy going out the exit as the smoke began to clear and ran after him. Once he got outside, he didn't see the boy. He looked around as Monty and Guy had gotten up and come outside. Okay, wise guy, shouted House. What's the big idea? A wise guy, you said the boy, with a grin. Then the crooks noticed him standing by their car. Oh, we got there misspelled.
Yeah, you're not quite reading as interesting as that.
Hey, come on, cut me a break. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. The crooks noticed him standing by there. Okay, you got the I and the E in the wrong place. Okay, and then there's a comma after the well. Okay. Well, okay. It's 109. Okay. Well, this wise guy is going to. Okay. Let's start over. Wise guy, you said. Said the boy with a grin. Then the crooks noticed him standing by their by their van, as he said, "Well, this wise guy is going to kick your tails." Monty and Guy picked up some nearby poles, and Monty said, "Let's ice this little punk." "Yeah," agreed Guy. "Let's show him a thing or two." The two ran toward the boy, and he jumped out of the way at the last minute, and the van door opened on his own. This caused Monty and Guy to fall inside the van. I forgot the word too. Excuse me there. They did. So this caused Monty and Guy to fall inside the van. "Why, you little brat," said House, charging at the boy next. The boy went to strike House with his staff, but House grabbed it. As House and the boy pulled at the staff, Monty and Guy got up and grabbed the boy from behind. This allowed House to take the staff. "Now you're gonna get it," said House. Just as he was about to strike the boy with the staff, the van drove off down the street. Monty and Guy dropped the boy and quickly ran after the van. House dropped the staff and ran after them. However, the boy threw a bunch of shurikens at the crooks, knocking the crooks. They, okay, I don't see anywhere what is a correction here, but this does not sound right.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, okay, because you got however the boy threw a bunch of shurikens at the crooks, knocking the crooks.
Well, he's talking about the crooks.
Yeah, but you already mentioned crooks once. I don't think you need to mention it again. Maybe like threw the shurikens at the crooks, knocking them to the ground again. Yeah, so bro, it's sort of like having a double. Well, it's sort of like having a double a double negative here.
Oh, great! Now you're an English teacher.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, so knocking the crook. Okay, so knocking them to the ground. See, that sounds a lot better. That would, that would have definitely got a red circle if this was being proofread by a teacher at school.
Well, technically, it was read by a teacher. Mother's a teacher.
Well, I mean, like a teacher, like actually on duty. Like if you're actually in school, you was a kid, and you're turning this into your teacher at like a book report or something.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, so anyway, they were match. Okay, so however, the boy threw the shurikens at the crooks, knocking them to the ground again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in here so that way. Well, I guess I won't be. I guess I just have to remember to make sure that I got that because yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so knocking them to the ground again. Then they were magically tied up. Okay, make sure I got it. Okay, I gotta put a comma there. Then, okay, there we go. They were magically tied up as the van came to a stop. The boy vanished, and moments later, a car came up and stopped. Inside was their boss, who was not pleased as he stepped out of the car and quickly untied House, Monty, and Gee. And then he firmly said to them, "Get your butts in the car this." Let's see, wait, get your, hey, get your butts in the car this instant with your Three Stooges looking selves. Hey, that's pretty good. Thank you. And looks like Three Stooges do need to be capitalized there. It actually is a title. Really? Well, yeah, you know, like the Three Stooges show. Yeah, I know the theme. I just never knew it had to be capitalized. Yeah. When you're referring to it like this, yeah, like a title of, or you know, like a title of a group. They're a trio with their Three Stooges looking selves. The trio quickly got inside the car along with the boss. Then, as the boss started driving, he said, "Talk to me, House." Okay. Yeah, so who's turning it to read again? Well, I suppose I'll take a turn with it. Okay, Hap. John. We were about to start getting the machines into the van, but a kid dressed as a superhero came and ruined it for us, said House. So let me get this. So let me get this straight, said the boss, as his anger rose. You got beaten by a baby? Well, actually, House said a kid, not a baby, corrected Monty. Yeah, and technically speaking, a baby wouldn't be able to fight like the way this kid did, said added Gay. Shut up! Shouted the boss as he stopped the car to turn around. As he stopped the car to turn around and face Monty and Gee. Don't ever correct me when I'm talking to you pathetic idiots. Okay, talking you pathetic. Okay. I don't know, maybe we should probably add talking to you pathetic idiots. But I guess it could sound good that way. Okay. Anyway, just a thought. We're sorry for correcting you, boss, said Gee, shaking in fear. Monty was shaking in fear as he said, "We promise not to do it again." The boss was silent for a while. Then he thought to himself, "It looks like I'm gonna have to call in a favor to teach that kid a lesson he won't soon forget." And it looks like, okay, you put soon forgot. Okay, it's supposed to be soon forget, because if he forgot it, then the mistake will be made again. Let's see, okay, let's go down where it say forgot. Okay, soon forgot. Okay, oh, nigga went this. Okay, scroll down a little too far. Okay, forgot right here. Where he won't soon forget. There we go. And also a comment after meanwhile. Boy, sometimes look like the commas is probably the most mistakes in this here. Meanwhile, Flora had poofed the boy home and into his room. There, he took off his mask, revealing he was Samuel. "Not bad for your first night," she said. "Thanks," said Samuel. Oh, wait, I can do a oh, wait, Samuel supposed to sound like Static Shock. I can do that. "Well, thanks," said Samuel. "Of course, you were a major help with the van." "Oh, it was nothing," said Flora. "We're like Food Cat and Food Bear," said Samuel. "Well, in your case, a female version of Food Bear." "I think we're more like Peter Pan and a Peter Pan and Tinkerbell duo," said Flora happily. Then she became angry as she continued, "Definitely better than that little Miss Wendy. I never got why he liked her. I never got why he liked her over Tinkerbell." Flora stomped her feet hard as she turned red and flapped her wings rapidly. Then Samuel placed his hand on her shoulders, saying, calm down, Flora. It was just a story. Almost sounded like Digma in the way I said just a story when he said, that pile of scrap metal was just a joke. Okay, let's see who's next for the next pay. I believe I can take a turn at reading this. Dr. Eggman? Oh, why not? Oh, yeah, because Gay's been watching the Sonic 2 movie reaction. Very well. So Flora's wings stopped flapping and she became her normal color. She stopped stomping, took a deep breath, and said, well, yeah, but that story was real at one point. Like lots of things in Yumiko. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to read in a different voice. Yeah, but that story was real at one point. Like lots of things in Yumiko. She got closer to Samuel and placed her hands on his shoulders and asked, you would banish me like Tinkerbell, would you? Of course not, said Samuel. I never banish someone as cute as you. Flora looked deeply into Samuel's eyes and asked, do you promise? Samuel responded, I promise, Flora. Flora smiled while looking into Samuel's eyes for a while. She was about to ask him another question, and you forgot the word him. Oh, snap. Okay, guys, scroll down to the other page. Forgot the word him. Okay, wait. She was about to ask. Okay, I guess they were thinking just ask another question, but yeah, I guess it would make more sense to put him. Another question. Until there's a comma after the question, of course. Get a sip of the water. Could use more mushrooms. Until the footsteps from down the hall approaching. Until they heard footsteps approaching from a distance down the hall. That's my mom, whispered Samuel. Oh, wait, whispered, okay. That's my mom, whispered Samuel. You gotta go. Okay, said Flora. She quickly pushed Samuel into his pajamas and asked, by the way, what's your superhero name going to be? Well, Samuel quickly thought for a second. Then he said, the Supreme Star Striker. Because I strike because I am the Shreveport Defender that strikes like a star through the sky on the criminal scum. And as the mighty superhero I am. That's not in the story. I'm living. Awesome, said Flora, with a smile. Well, I'll see you later, Star Striker. She winked and pooped away back to Yumiko. And Samuel quickly got into bed to go to sleep just as his mom, Lisa Princeton, entered to check on him, sleeping like a baby. Okay, so now on to chapter 2. It's like if you're gonna read, I gotta take a turn to read. Like, well, it's only fair. Fine, I will let the blue hedgehog get the page. And I would want to read the page as well. And so would I. Got to please everybody. Fine, take it, you little critters. Right. So, the next day, Samuel, Hiko, and another friend of theirs. Oh, let's see. Make sure that's right there. I see a mark. Well, I saw a mark. Okay. And there, okay, we didn't need the apostrophe S. I mean, if it's there, we don't, yeah, there's no really need for an apostrophe, you know? Okay, so the next day, Samuel Hiko and another friend of theirs, hey, oh, you got me doing, of there, hey, maybe there was a need for the, wait, okay, and another, oh, I get it. Supposed, okay, so you actually just put theirs, but you don't need the apostrophe. Hmm, interesting. Okay, okay. I'll, we'll go back and check. We'll go back and make sure that's completely right a little later. But first, get through this proof. Named Brian Valentino Robinson arrived in Yumeko at the Barnhart City Fire Station #1 really early. Brian was introduced to Brownie and Mr. Fluffles. After that, Brownie told the boys he was going to take them on a tour of Barnhart City. Once they had breakfast, Brian was also introduced to Julie, Tim, Melina. Oh yes, let's see. Wait. Oh yes, that's. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta edit out Julius on this thing because he's not supposed to show up until later in the story. To kind of avoid any spoilers amongst the characters and everything, because there's definitely some plans with Julius, but it might not go so well if he's introduced too early though. Okay, so also kind of saves down on characters at the moment. Okay, so Brian was introduced to Julie, Tim, Melina, and wait, we scratch out Julius right there. Hey, Flora, Gerald, Dashdale, Billy, and Emily. Anna arrived introducing herself to Brian, Samuel, and Hiko, and everyone went into the dining room. Before they started eating, Mr. Fluffles said grace to bless the food. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Bless all of us gathered that trust in him. We thank you for this meal we're about to receive. Oh, wait, Mr. Fluffles. You gotta read him like a sensei. Okay. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed all of us gathered that trust in him. We thank you for this meal we are about to receive. Let it be a nutritious blessing for our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen indeed. And make sure when y'all get ready to eat, you say your grace. That is definitely important. Yeah, give God thanks for that food you get. After Grace, Brownie stood and said, before we start eating, I'd like to announce that Anna's going to start training to become a firefighter. Everyone applauded and congratulated Anna. Thank you, she said. It is a real honor to be a part of your team ever so much. I promise to do my very best and say help keep the every okay, it's supposed okay, we don't need the word the in there. Okay. Just help keep everyone. There we go. Okay. So help I promise to do my very best and help keep everyone safe in this city, which includes my family. I believe you will be a great firefighter, said Mr. Fluffles. And you'll be able to do some beyond fire missions, said Brownie. Well, I suppose that would make me a hero like all of you, said Anna. Then she looked over at Higo, Samuel, and Julie and said, speaking of heroes, it seems that you three didn't even have to wait until you got older to become heroes. Well, I had to do what I had to do. I had to do what I could to save my grandparents, said Hiko. And there was no way I and there was no way I could let him go alone, said Julie. Neither would I, said Samuel. And after that big adventure and rescue, I decided I wouldn't just be a hero. I'd be a superhero. Sort of like what I tried to do is the Blue Justice. Okay, now it's my turn to read. Let me get me some water. Much better. That's right, everyone, said Flora in a... Oh, wait. Oh, okay, it's a sweet voice. Okay. That's right, everyone, said Flora. Sorry, that just sounded really funny. Okay, let's try this again. That's right, everyone, said Flo in an excited tone. He's the, he's the Supreme Star Striker, the three-point defender that strikes like a star, with me as his adorable partner, Flora. Hey. Ah. Okay, so we're going to change a few things since Julius is going to show up later in the story. Let's see. Okay, maybe we could have Brian say this, perhaps. Or maybe Tim. I would say Tim. Okay, now that's okay. Now that's have to make additional corrections on the rough draft. Okay. So, oh, so, do you, do you have superpowers too, ex Melina? Well, not exactly, said Samuel. But I have been debating on that. The gadgets I use are great, but some superpowers would be nice against some of the enemies we've encountered. You could try having both, said Gerald. Yeah, like the best of both worlds, said Eco. Now, the only question is, what superpowers to have? I would say the solar powers like Ultra Cat, but maybe slightly different. Everyone thought for a moment, and then Samuel said, I got it! Since I mentioned that I strike like a star, I could have star powers with super speed and super flight. That's a great idea, agreed Tim. No enemy would ever see that coming. But how would star powers work, asked Melina. Bryant explained. It would allow him to emit exploding bursts of hydrogen and helium, together like an actual star in the solar system. Also, it would be the source of his speed and flight. That means I would move faster than a shooting star, said Samuel. However, that power is very risky, warned Billy. Due to how hot stars are, you could possibly create a solar flare or wind like the sun. If you do if you do end up with that kind of power, you should practice learning how to focus it, said Julie. Don't worry, you guys, said Flora. He'll be fine as long as I'm around. That may be, said Julie. But learning to focus your powers is still important. Since a Fluffles had to help me learn to focus when I discovered my powers through samurai training. I suppose some training would be a good idea. I might learn some really cool moves and combos to use on the bad guys. Much like how I learned to use different combos on my enemies. With my fist of the Akendo Warriors. Okay. Now I suppose I should take a turn here. You got this, Tails. Thanks. Indeed, said Julie. And I suggest. Well, that's all. Well, that's all fine and dandy, Julie interrupted Dashtail. But if you really want to learn some combos to be a great superhero, I can be the one to train you. You're going you're going to train him? Asked Emily suspiciously. Yes, I will, answered Dashtail. After all, I am also a superhero myself. I am the Squirrel Avenger. Under this identity, I've taken many criminals here in Barnhard City, and even had the help of my best friend Brownie a few times. I also fought crime alongside the grand superheroes of the Johnson region like Ultra Cat, Thor the Thunder Rabbit, Aqua Pig, and even Food Cat and Food Bear. All in your imagination, said Brownie. Then he turned to Emily and the kids and explained. Back in high school, Gerald, Billy, and me all watched the Squirrel Avenger on TV with Dashtail at his house while eating some tasty chicken nuggets. Oh, let me scroll down because it's supposed to be. Wait, no? Okay, well, at least capitalized. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where. Excuse me. Okay, watch. Okay, there we go. Would put quotes there, but it's already in some quotes though. And all watch the Squirrel Avenger on TV with Dashtail at his house while eating some tasty chicken nuggets. Yeah, I remember those, said Billy. Dashtail's mom cooked the best chicken nuggets. They were tasty. Especially that barbecue dipping sauce, said Gerald, licking his lips. Anyway, continued Brownie, Dashtail would even get dressed up like the Squirrel Avenger to watch the show and claim that it was him on the show. Well, it could be, said Dashtail. I doubt it. I doubt it, said Gerald. The Squirrel Avenger's civilian name was Merrick Vermin, and the actor who played him is Jake Rawlings, said Billy. Okay, said Dashtail angrily, but we both still stood with the Johnson region's superheroes. Actually, he didn't, said Gerald. The show was meant to be a light-hearted parody of superheroes. And the closest you got to any superheroes was the Christmas parade they marched in, stated Brownie. You tried to sneak past the rope to get in it with Ultra Cat, but once you shouted out to him, the security guards put you back behind the rope. Oh boy! Also, that part where I just what I mentioned about Dashtail trying to see Ultra Cat from sneaking past the rope. I may have probably mentioned this flashback before, but I'm saying it now. um, when I first met Bertie Mac right before he died, the first time I actually got to see him in person, they were doing like an extra shoot for Soul Man, and when they had all when they pulled some of, because I was one of the extras, so they pulled a few of us to come up and test the lighting for the next scene they were about to shoot. And when the crew wasn't looking, I snuck over to where Bernie Mac was and said, "Hey, Mr. Mac," and he looked up at me and said, "Hey." So yeah, that's kind of what I based that what I just wrote that part on there. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Yeah. 3D6. Let's see. Maybe well, that might be a little. Say. Oh, I got an idea. Okay, the Green Lantern. I would say maybe what did they go some of the Beast Wars characters. Maybe Dinobots.
This is a waste of my talents. Reading a rough draft here. Oh, but very well. Wow! What an honorable moment for the Squirrel Avenger, said Emily sarcastically. Maybe I should get your autograph. Why, you! Dashtail shouted, starting to charge at Emily. Brownie stopped him and said, That's enough. Back to what you were saying, Julie. Well, started Julie, I was going to suggest some training for you, Hiko. I know you did great. I know you did a great job with your powers against Skeleton, but there's always room to advance and get better. Yes, Naomi, Julie, said Hiko, embarrassed by his error. Julie giggled softly as Samuel elbowed Hiko playfully, saying, Ooh, thinking about your little princess, Naomi? Probably wondering if she'll kiss him again, said Tim, grinning. Aww. Let's see, scroll down. Wow, actually misspelled aww. Let's see, so I guess it's with all W's. That would be so romantic, you lucky boy. Well, I was starting to wonder if she would show up today, said Iko. I think she might know the fox that tried to help us in Skeleton's den. A fox, he says? Oh, excuse me a second. Okay, so yeah, correct. Okay, let's see. Foxy say. Let's see who might say that. Excuse me now. Okay. Oh, probably. Okay, we had Tim speak. Probably. Let's see. Maybe I guess it could have. Guess we could have Julie say it again there. Yeah. Foxy say. Say. Yeah. Okay, so Julie, make sure to, now I should make it easier to correct. There we go. Yeah, there you go. But we don't know her name. But she had blue and white fur and ice powers. It's possible she might know, said Melina, considering her mysterious disappearance and reappearance after you all came back. And I thought I was mysterious, said Flora. She looked at Samuel and said, I guess you boys are really lucky to have girls like me and Naomi. I guess so, said Samuel. After everyone finished breakfast, all the kids got on the bus with Brownie that he had gotten for the occasion. Emily joined them too, to make sure that nothing happened, make sure nothing bad happened to the kids. As they toured through Barnhart, Brownie pointed out and showed them around different areas. Hiko, Samuel, and Brian noticed that most of Barnhart looked identical to Shreveport. After the tour, everyone had lunch at the burger port and played at the park until it was time for Hiko, Samuel, and Brian to go home. And I'm just going to finish this page. Hey, wait a second. You get 2 pages? Well, the other one's not a complete page vermin.
She's.
They mentioned to everyone about a special event. Then they said goodbye to everyone. Hiko used his destiny watch to transport Samuel and Brian back to back to his granny and Big Papa's house in the D. Big Papa was asleep in his easy chair, and Granny walked in as the boys arrived. Yeah, just in time, she said. Big Papa woke up in a panic, trying to get up, shouting, Esther, watch out for the dragon! I'll save you! Archie, settle down, said Granny, calming Papa down. This sounds kind of interesting. But the dragon! Shouted Papa again. Hiko took care of the dragon, said Granny. Big Papa sighed in relief and said, Oh, that's right. Thank the Lord, I thought that dragon was in the house about to knock me down my back again. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again, cat. Dash it, said Granny. You're lucky that Mr. Fluffles was able to get your back in place, said Hiko. You're telling me. And as a reminder, cat, dash, and it. 3 separate words with hyphen separating them. That way it doesn't get mixed up for anything or taken out of context. I'm looking at some of you YouTubers.
Oh. Well, I guess now we're in chapter 3, Dino Butt.
Yes, of course. You get to start off the new chapter.
Excuse me a second. Pay no attention to Chopper Face there. Okay, so get a little sip of water here. Oh, this one's not too bad. Hey. That evening around 6 o'clock, a meet and greet party started at Samuel's house in the backyard. He and Lisa, along with Bryant and some of the neighbors, were gathered to welcome some new neighbors as the adults started mingling. Samuel and Brian first began chatting with a boy all dressed up in a suit. It seems you're a bit overdressed, buddy, said Samuel. The boy chuckled a bit. Excuse me. The boy chuckled a bit and said, My father said the same thing, but I wanted to make an extra good impression. Your father, said Brian. The boy pointed at his father by the punch bowl nearby and said, He recently adopted me last week. So your dad, father, is Mr. Marcus, the owner of the youth center near the Rosa Park Airport on Pasadena Avenue? Asked Samuel. That's right, answered the boy. You're so lucky, said Brian. A lot of people love to hang out there. You got that right, said Samuel. Okay, so we got a couple of comma errors. Let's see. Okay, a comma. And looks like I guess we're supposed to put apostrophe by Monet. Okay, so scroll it down a bit. Let's see, then. Okay, where is it then? And Monet needs to be. Let's see. Okay, I guess. That's it, Monet. Okay. Okay, that's why. Huh? Okay. Then the boys noticed two pretty girls approaching them and politely introduced themselves. Bonjour, messieurs. I'm Angela and Pierre. Okay, I'm just gonna let's see. I guess I continue doing it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this chapter, and then I'm gonna just start doing the rest of it outside of the stream there to kind of get through it there. But okay, I'm Angela and Pierre, and I'm his sister, Monet Chanel Pierre. Monet Chanel Pierre. Well, I'm Samuel Lee Princeton, but you can call me Sammy for short. I'm Brian Valentino Robinson, or the Bry Man for short. And I'm covered weeds, said the boy, but I'm afraid I don't have a nickname. That's okay, said Monet. It's a pleasure to meet you. Indeed, said Samuel. Since you said bonjour, I'm assuming you two are from French. Okay. Last page, I'm gonna right here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so we, Monsieur Samuel. We, we, uh, said Angela. Paris, France, to be exact. Interesting, said Calvin. I am from Ethiopia in Africa. Mo, Moses mentioned, Moses mentioned Ethiopia in the Ten Commandments movie. Said Brian. Okay, so oh yeah, that's a capital T there. In the Ten Commandments movie. Okay, the Ten Commandments movie. I re- I remember that, said Samuel, especially. Let's see, okay, another one. Especially when it introduced the people from there, and they played the music that sounded like what it was. That sounded like what was played from the scene from in the scene of the Lion King, when Simba was following Rafiki. I remember seeing those movies, said Calvin. At the time, at the same time, there was a meet and greet in the neighborhood circle at Hiko's house, near Hiko's house. Hiko and his mom, Yolanda, joined the party to meet their new neighbors, Alberto and Chio Ricky. Then, to Hiko's surprise, their daughter was Naomi. Let's see, so put that, comma. She was even wearing her moon dress she wore in Yumeko. As everyone started mingling, Hiko and Naomi chatted. I don't. I did not know you lived here, said Naomi. Born and raised, said Hiko. Does that mean your friend Samuel lives here too? Asked Naomi. He sure does, answered Samuel, but he's in a different neighborhood, about 10 to 15 minutes from here. So, how long have you two been friends? Ever since kindergarten, I suppose. After we first met each other. I started taking piano classes from his mom, Mrs. Princeton. But Mrs. Princeton, and we've been friends ever since. Best friends ever since. That is wonderful. I am really glad to know that I am now living near you and Samuel as my new friends. Well, I'm definitely glad to have you here in the neighborhood. By the way, where are your parents? Where are you and your parents from? I was born and raised in my dad's hometown, Milan, Italy, but my mother is from Tokyo, Japan. And, okay, I think that's all right. So I'm still gonna do some more editing, but that's all of it that I'm going to read to you guys here. So, hey, you get the picture of the editing, almost close to an hour there. So with that said, hope y'all enjoyed hearing that so far and the different voices I read in and stuff. Definitely, and also hope y'all enjoying the videos that are being put up along with a lot of the shorts that I put up quite a bit of. So, yeah, definitely be enjoying those. Like, share, subscribe. Buy some available books, especially Yumeko, so you can catch up before the third book comes in. And don't forget to support us on that Patreon, just like your boy AJ the Supreme! Big Sis Casey in the Iceman universe. Go! Iceman universe. Go! 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 And we'll see y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.